Google behind them. Setting up the meeting for YouTube Live. I should probably turn this down a hair, right? Done and live. All right. And let me turn down the volume over here on this end one more time, just to make sure there's no feedback or crossover. Folks, I was trying my hardest to put this on Facebook Live for the Powersports Marine Service Network. The title of it was going to be Powering Up While Down, right? So powering up while down. And I just wanted to, I didn't even know if I was going to talk again today or not. I jumped on this morning. Facebook Live in the morning worked great. Facebook Live in the afternoon, not so great. Couple of things going on with the coronavirus, and I just want to touch on just a couple things. This will be quick. I swear it'll be quick. I'm already working on Stella Artois here, and I got the grill going, doing some boneless coronavirus ribs, right? Quarantine ribs out there on the grill, smoking those up. So my weekend's already going. And I wanted to kind of just stress this. I'm looking at trade only articles coming out today, and things like BRP won't quote what the numbers are going to be for the year. They're not forecasting the year because of the coronavirus. There are companies that are closing, right? And there are companies that are advertising that they're still open for business, but they're changing the engagement with employees and customers as such, right? To take care of health and things like that. I still can't wrap my head around the whole virus thing and the virus in comparison to the flu and, and all the political stuff that goes on. That's not what this page is about. This page is about excelling in power sports and marine industries from the service side of the business, right? Anything that has to do with after sales. And something that hit me today, like a ton of bricks, and I feel like a heel that I didn't mention it earlier, is this is the time to double down on your OEM provided training. A lot of things were up in the air, right? For instance, I just left Suzuki. Suzuki laid me off as the director of publications and training, not director, as the manager of publications and training. So I can't tell you what Suzuki's going to do with training moving forward. I can tell you that we started to work on a master training program. And I can also tell you, I don't think there's any backup plan to make up for me not doing that anymore. So take advantage of these things while they're available. The learning management system that they're on right now, in my book, is a little outdated. I don't know how much longer it's going to be, compliant with new browsers and all that kind of fun stuff. So the opportunity is here now. Take it now. Jump on to, all of that stuff. So you have the Suzuki online training. You have Mercury online training. You have Yamaha online training. Yamaha's training program in the Marine division is off the charts. It's fantastic. I used to work with a gentleman named Bill that helped design a lot of that. And it's a phenomenal product, right? So if you are in the field and you have access to this stuff and business is slow, man, double down on the training and give yourself as much of a free education as you can possibly gain. We don't know what the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months is going to bring our industry. But here's what I do know. People that invest in themselves, that focus on communication, focus on relationship and connecting, are going to be people that win in the end, right? So you want to make sure that you are on top of things, man. You want to make sure that you are taking the opportunities to pour into yourself the best that you can. On the power sports side, like if you're with Ducati, I realize they don't have a Kurt Von Onen training in the field anymore the way that I used to train you guys. I made the Moodle training site, and we had a lot of the base stuff, that was custom made for Americans in that site. And then you came to a physical class, and we tore things down, put things back together, gave tests. And I really felt like we put some qualified entry-level technicians in the field. Everything's on Web Academy, as far as I can tell, on their training site. Their URL is coming up for renewal soon. I don't know if they're going to renew DucatiTraining.com or not. I think they've got 57 days and that URL expires. So it's going to be up to the company to figure out if they're going to, keep pursuing that or not. Now they have that, the International Web Academy through DCS that works. So jump in there, man. Take all those classes that you can. Invest in yourself, better yourself. I just had a really good conversation with Terry Lynn at Triumph. I'm going to say 6 weeks, maybe 2 months ago at this point. But I know that they are looking at some training for their dealers and for their TSMs to better implement, parts and accessory sales with the service visit, and, thinking about, the lifespan of a repair order and what actually, occurs with the customer's line of thinking, purchase decisions, and blending those products together. There are so many opportunities out there. And what happens is when things are popping, when business is moving and grooving and shaking, and you're just trying to, keep customers from yelling at you because in their mind, everything is taking too long, but you're working twice as fast as you ever have, right? You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the heat of battle in the middle of the season. You've got 3 full services to do, a couple of oil changes, a couple of tires, you got a couple of diagnostics to look at, and sales is breathing down your back for PDIs. I know what that feels like, but now is not that time, right? So now is a great time to kind of sit back and recheck, right? You're going to want a clean work environment. You're going to want to wipe down all the hard surfaces and sterilize things. So what better time to clean out the shop, get rid of all the extra stuff, that stuff that technicians, store this under their bench, this under their bench, this under their bench. I might need it someday, boss. Well, either take that stuff home or throw it in the trash. You have a parts department. If you need parts, you can order parts, right? Sell the parts you put on people's motorcycles. That's a great business plan. Clean the work area, improve the lighting, improve the flooring, right? If you had better flooring with better lighting, think of all the lost downtime just looking for a circlip on the floor. You avoid that kind of stuff, right? So now's the time you can improve your work environment. You can improve your product knowledge. You can improve some of your processes. I've talked to some service writers lately that don't even have a real process for how paperwork, the stuff that's printed on paper, they don't have a process for how that flows through their service department. Like they don't have a bin for awaiting customer authorization, approved, waiting to get back into the shop, approved, waiting for parts, finished, awaiting invoicing, invoiced, awaiting customer pickup. These are all physical stages of paperwork that should be employed to help with your processes and your flow to make you more efficient, more productive, and most importantly, more profitable, right? Because if you're not economically sustainable, then you can't do a good job of representing the brands that you represent. So that's it, man. Enjoy the weekend. If you're under quarantine, make the best of it. Like I said, I got the grill working double time out there. I've got a beer, and I'm just enjoying myself and enjoying time with family, reconnecting with some folks. The internet is fantastic. If you got FaceTime, Zoom, Duo on your Android phone, Facebook Messenger. If you have single friends or military veterans that are living alone, please, please, please take a moment, check in with them, just call, say hello, see how they're doing. This is not a great time for lonely people or unhappy people to spend a lot of time alone. So make sure you check in with your people, say hi, do the right thing. And man, I will reach out to you guys probably over the weekend. Why? Because I got the time and I seem to be bombarded with a lot of messages I want to share with you guys. If you're following, by the way, the Leadership program that I'm doing online, the next session will be 3 o'clock on Tuesday, 3 p.m. on Tuesday, Pacific Standard Time. And we'll be doing the 3rd chapter of the John Maxwell Leadership book, talking about the advantages of leading in a chaotic world. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a great one. Bye-bye. See, told you I'd get better at this.